since joining Scouts, what have you learned about yourself that you otherwise wouldn't have known?
In Scouts, I have learned to be more adventurous in the things that I do, and I have learned that in being more adventurous, there's other things in life that you can also enjoy and do. For example, if I had never gone rappelling on one of my first Scout trips, I probably never would have gone skydiving. It's kind of my first introduction to falling down a long height. And so there's just things in Scouts that have made me more adventurous that kind of lead me later in life to do more things that I probably wouldn't have done otherwise. So,
the next one is, what has been the most challenging thing you've done in Scouting? How did you get through it?
I think the most challenging part about it was just being like the first group of female Scouts, and that there was a lot of doubt that people had in if you should be in the organization or not, or whether or not you should be able to get Eagle and getting an extension, because I came in when I was a little bit older than the other girls, and so filing for the extension, people saying, you don't have enough time to get it, you didn't put in enough work, you didn't do what you were supposed to do. So that's probably the most challenging part, is just the doubt that everyone had. But obviously that's something that was able to be persevered by me and other female Scouts that achieved Eagle Scout through the support of family and friends and the other peers in my troop. So,
and if you could tell yourself something 4 years ago, what would it be?
I probably would tell myself 4 years ago to not worry as much about what other people are saying and what other people think, because that was something that was always on the forefront of my mind. I'm always trying to please other people and do what they want, and making decisions based on what other people would like me to do versus what I think is best for me. And so that's something that I had to navigate through being a leader in the troop, and having all these, adults and kids and everyone saying, you should do this or you should do that, or especially the Scoutmaster being my dad at the time. He had a lot to say all the time, which is not a bad thing, but he has a lot of opinions. And so trying to navigate that as well, being a leader, being a daughter, and a senior patrol leader, and then being a junior assistant Scoutmaster and trying to also kind of lead the Scouts after being senior patrol leader. So all those things together were kind of difficult to navigate, but just kind of listening more to myself instead of other people. So,
what does being a founding member mean to you?
Being the founding member of Troop 2019 means that I was able to leave my mark. It means I was able to set an example for other young girls, as I'm not as involved in the troop as I used to be when I was going through the whole Eagle Scout journey, just like everyone else. But I was able to hopefully set an example for the younger Scouts that are going through it now, and hopefully it's something that they will remember, and kind of just a setting stone, a foundation for the future of the troop. So,
how has Scouting changed since girls first joined, in your opinion?
I think it's changed for the better. There's obviously more diversity now. There's more angles of thought and the way we do things now, because we have a whole nother side of the story, essentially. There's a whole nother group of people that are allowed to be involved. And so I think that's always a good thing, to be able to see it from another perspective. And so I think there's a lot more people that are accepting once they realize the logistics behind it and how it actually works. So I think it's definitely changed for the better, and hopefully will continue to do so.